School Star League's Grand Finals. I'm your host, Ovally Broken Chopsticks May, and I'm coming to you live from the Rowland Heights Community Center in California, where high schoolers from across the country have flown in to compete for over $30,000 in scholarship funding. Our first game of the day will be our third place matches for League of Legends. After that, we're going to have our grand finals for StarCraft 2 and Hearthstone, and then we're going to wrap up our night with our League of Legends grand finals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and meet our third place teams. So yesterday, both Forest Park and Franklin High School were knocked out of the semifinals. However, their chances of winning some cash are not over just yet. These teams will be fighting for third place and the prize of $3,000. So let's go ahead and meet our teams. Starting with Forest Park, let's hear it for your top laner, Sadwall. Next up, we have your jungler, Porcupine Pillow. Next up is your mid laner, Swimbirds. And your AD carry, Vodcavs. Last but not least, your support, D Wonderboy. All right, now let's meet our players from Franklin High School. You have your top laner, Fugicell. Your jungler, Infinity Dez. Your mid laner, Yawer. And your AD carry, Submit. And last but certainly not least, we have your support, Cetaran. All right, so let's just ask some quick questions to our players. Are you guys ready for today?
Yeah, we're definitely ready.
All right, how about you guys? Are you ready?
We're kind of down after our loss yesterday, but hopefully we can redeem ourselves, come back, and take another loss.
Yeah, how did you guys do anything different to prepare for today?
No.
No? Just going in? How about you guys? Did you do anything special to prepare?
Well, you know, I had to make a lot of trash because I had to practice taking out the trash.
Oh, all right. Well, there's the trash talk between our teams. We had them handshakes at least, so there's sportsmanship. And we're going to head back over to our casters, Seamoose and Crusader Kitten, before our game starts. Guys? Go ahead. Good luck, guys.
Like my split ourselves up today, at least Seamoose did something extra. I got this
I got my nice bow tie already.
Yeah. Well, we are about to get into our consolation match. It is Forest Park High School versus Franklin High School. And, you know, just to talk really quickly about these teams, Forest Park definitely really just kind of showing up yesterday.
Yeah, Forest Park, they did lose 2-0, but in that first game, it almost seemed like they could take it. They had some very impressive coordination and team wombo combo, and I feel like if they can get a wombo combo composition, they could definitely stand a chance against Franklin today. Yeah,
team play, I mean, definitely important for them. Yesterday, we saw some really just great moves coming out for them. The Orianna pick coming out, as well as the Nara. It was just such a strong combo together.
With the Alistar as well, it's something that we mentioned before that it's definitely what Forest Park have played to. They like playing wombo combo styles. And almost 10,000 gold behind, they nearly won a Baron fight. So it's definitely something that Franklin is going to be aware of. Franklin, on the other hand, they actually, I feel like they underperformed a little bit yesterday. They played against Thomas S. Wooten, and they lost 2-0 pretty convincingly, considering some of the caliber of players that they have in their squad. So I would like to see a little bit more prep today and a little, just see if they can focus and kind of bounce back from that loss.
Yeah, they did admit to me that they didn't get the best practice at the ranked fives, and that definitely showed on the stats that we were able to pull. Temple City and Thomas S. Wooten, teams we'll be seeing in the finals later, had a lot of practice coming through. However, as we said, you know, Franklin High School, definitely a strong roster on paper. Two players that were high LP and Challenger, like above 700 LP, both of them in Challenger and solo queue. Really strong coming out for them. You can see them here on your screen. Yao and Submit, of course, the brothers, still not going to be able to tell the difference.
One of them's got a bit of a better smile. But other than that, they are very similar, you're right.
I'm going to tell him you dissed him later.
Huh?
I'm going to tell him you dissed him later.
What? Oh, my goodness.
I don't know which one, though, so actually I can't say anything.
Cetaran, though, that's a wonderful smile. Look at that guy. He's so happy to be here.
Yeah, definitely these guys very happy to be here. Coming out from Washington.
Yes,
so,
in Seattle.
Quite a travel.
So they're used to being in the West Coast. No jet lag or anything. No, not really any ping difference from where they used to play. Whereas Forest Park, you know, from the East Coast.
East Coast ping.
Might take those training weights off, so to
Just
speak.
like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so here they are on your screen, the roster of Forest Park. And just what are the highlight players you want to point out here, Seamus?
So I just want to mention, I think this is actually switched. I think Vodcavs is the second from the left. I want to mention the fact that I think they have great coordination, but I'd like to see a little bit better play from Vodcavs as far as his positioning is concerned. And I also know that Sadwell said he might choose a very special pick today, so that's going to be something that we're going to look out for in picks and bans.
Yeah, these two teams are going to be playing for about a $1,000 difference in the prize pool. Third place getting $3,000, fourth place getting $2,000. Also some wonderful Rock Cap peripherals and Jinx t-shirts.
Yeah, but this is really for a lot of glory as well.
Yeah.
You know, no one wants to go to a tournament and end up being the last place team, but unfortunately, one team will have to be fourth. So we'll see. Both of these teams have said, to both of us, that they're planning on really going for comfort picks as opposed to trying to play champions that they haven't picked in a while and think are strong. So I feel like we might see some very off-meta choices today, but I actually think it's a better decision to fall back on your comfort picks, especially if you feel that you didn't do so well on the champions that you might not have as much practice with.
Yeah, I think Infinity Dust told me today we're going to see some solo queue. I'm not too sure how well that will do against a Forest Park, who I seem to be on the same page with the Wombo combos.
Yeah. I mean, if he can snowball his lane and just purely carry from there, that's fine. But the thing is, yesterday he was on those carry champions, and he was shut down. You know, he got a decent lead in farm in the early game, but he wasn't able to make any plays around the map, and that is how they lost. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and to talk about the picks and bans for Forest Park yesterday, I mean, as we mentioned before, Nar, Oriana, Alistar, such a big combo coming out for that team. And they just really showed some success on it, so it kind of showed like they were able to like find the wins in team fights, possibly convert that into a game win. Just weren't able to for those two games that they played in. And the thing is, they didn't really pull out the Wombo combo comp after that in game number 2. Oriana was banned away from them, but they just didn't go like for the Nar, for the Alistar.
Yeah, in the second game, they defaulted for a more hyper carry protect composition. They ran Lulu, Gragas, Kog'Maw in mid lane, Sivir, and Janna, and that's very good at disengage, and that's very good at keeping those carries alive. However, if you fall behind early, which they did, it's much harder to come back. So I think for Forest Park specifically, if they want to make sure that they can always have an edge, they should sort of opt into that Wombo regardless of which champions they use. Because yes, Oriana and like Alistar is like the tried and true ball delivery system. There are still a lot of other champions that you can run, even if for perhaps Oriana gets banned out.
Yeah, I think like if you were watching the stream yesterday, you will remember that like 5-man Nar Ultimate, 5-man Shockwave.
Oh my goodness, they were almost like what 10,000 gold behind and almost won a fight.
It was such a good combo, but they just didn't have the advantages to win the fight. Looks like we're getting into the picks and bans though, and we'll be seeing what these two teams will be taking in for their rosters today. Simu should be an exciting match.
Absolutely.
First ban Oriana. You have to.
Yeah, considering how well they played on it, Swimbirds definitely loves his Oriana. One thing that I'm not sure whether or not Franklin knows is that Swimbirds has a particular bird champion that he loves playing in the mid lane.
Most played in solo queue, is that Anivia?
Yeah, it could have been a Zir. I was just gonna say bird to keep it vague, but it actually is his Anivia. He's played it 64 games this season alone with a 56% win rate, and it's definitely a champion that does very well in team fights and is also going to be useful to stall out the game if they do find themselves in a deficit from the in the early game.
Wow, look at that. 3 jungle bans.
That's very interesting.
Poor Infinity Dust. He just wants to play League of Legends.
No, that was Franklin. Those were Franklin's. Oh, excuse me. No, Franklin and Forest Park are switched. And Saddle, he told me this is a top lane Tom. The
top lane
Catfish in the top lane. He got a couple of buffs, and honestly, I thought he was okay on release. His damage on his ultimate scales with more HP, and his Q damage also does more damage in basically throughout all stages. And what's really, really nice is he's similar to Shen, similar to really any global champion, because he has that pseudo-global ultimate, and he's going to be able to provide a ton of team play, and that is what Forest Park is about.
Yeah, so Forest Park actually on your right side with the FPHS tags, Franklin over on the left side with the FHS tags. Hopefully we can get that mix-up sorted out. However, I mean, just talking about jungle picks now, what will Infinitas go for? They banned away Nidalee, Rek'Sai, Elise, and the Evelyn just got picked away, so he is kind of, put on the back foot. I mean, like Elise can come out for him as like one of his most played champions, and there it is.
The Lee Sin, definitely not a champion we've seen very often, but it's a champion we've seen Infinity Des play. He played it all the time in Season 4, Season 3, Season 5, in Challenger and Master Elo. He's played it 112 times this season so far with a 59% win rate. So even though he's not incredibly strong at the moment, I mean, debatably, it's his #1 comfort, and it's all about comfort today for these players.
So the other pick is going to be the Nautilus, and we saw Soteran on that champion yesterday. What a strong game coming out for him. The Dredge Lions are really on point. He got a few kills. It was really fun to see him play that champion.
Whoa.
And we're going to see how it goes.
We have a Heimerdinger hover. Okay.
It's a hover.
Okay. I was going to say.
It's a Corki lock-in, though.
Yeah, I mean, Corki's a very solid champion. You get that Trinity Force, and you have a strong early game spike. It's something that Vodcavs has played a decent amount. Vodcavs has just played a lot of League of Legends in general. In solo queue, he has a huge amount of games, so he's probably going to be very confident on that Corki and Swimbirds.
Jarvan.
Whoa.
That is an aggressive pick. This is something we've seen before. Jarvan in the solo lane is what it's looking like. We've seen it being played by Temple City, but not by Franklin, by Forest Park in the HSL.
I don't think we've seen it in...
Well, we haven't seen it too much. This is going to be an interesting pick. We've seen Jarvan have success up in top lane when Captain Nuke played it for Temple City, but this is looking like a mid lane Jarvan.
The thing is, mid lane Jarvan into Victor is a good matchup for Jarvan, actually, if he could get onto the Victor. And with an Evelyn as well, there's a lot of potential for this Victor to be punished early, so I'm assuming that's what they're going for. Swimbirds, I actually don't really know if he's played much Jarvan simply because, I mean, we can't really see any games in the statistics, and at least on HSL games. But that's a lot of upfront damage coming out. That's a lot of burst immediately from this Forest Park squad. On the other side, the Callista and the Fizz picked up. This is probably a solo lane Fizz, something we see in the LPL a lot, and it's fairly common throughout all other regions as well. That's a lot of different carry threats from the side of Franklin High School.
Yeah, so Fizz can be picked up here, so that's going top lane for Fuchs. He's played at 1 ranked 5. He did pick up a win on that, and that was actually with the Victor in the middle lane. Yawa on Victor, we saw it yesterday, but we may have seen a bit of land jitters. He didn't do too well.
Well, it's curious. Yesterday, we saw him play Victor with Ghost and Flash, and then we saw the opposing mid laner play Victor with Cleanse and Flash. And there's a good amount of crowd control from Forest Park. I guess it's just a preference. He likes playing Ghost. But the thing is, if you go ahead and take that Ghost, you need to be careful to position well and not get stunned up. Because if you get stunned up, I mean, the movement speed really isn't going to matter. And there's a decent amount of stuns coming out of Forest Park's composition.
Yeah, so last time we've seen the Victor and Fizz in the team composition for Franklin High School was in a ranked 5s match, and Fuges went 2-0-8 on the Fizz, and Yawa went 6-2-5 on that Victor. So obviously impressive scores from them. We're going to see if it translates over to this game, though.
Yeah, it's Franklin. They have a lot of carry potential, but I mean, we even heard earlier when they were talking to Broken Chopsticks, they're feeling a little bit nervous. You know, they didn't expect to go out in the fashion that they did yesterday, and hopefully for them, they pick themselves up from that tilt, because otherwise Forest Park might be able to run away with this.
Yeah. So
that being said, it's a new day, new team, new game.
Well, not really a new team.
Well, I mean, like, new team they're playing against.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
New opponents.
Right.
Yeah, well, you can see the players now on your screen. That's Forest Park getting ready for this consolation match. Yep. It is a best of 3. Winner of this best of 3 takes home 3,000. Fourth place will be going home with 2,000. There's Franklin High School now on your screen.
Yep. They're both teams just getting ready. You know, it's a little bit early. Time to splash some water in your face. Get ready for this best of 3 match.
Yeah. You can see the two brothers side by side, Yawer and Submit on Franklin.
Yep.
You just can't get over that story. I mean, Submit was originally on the roster. They had a mid laner before that they felt like had just kind of personality issues. And hey, let's bring in my brother. It's like Winter Fox.
Well, I don't know. I don't know,
He may
man.
have gone upwards.
Well, Submit and Yar, maybe the two of them are brothers, so they're like, hey, man, please don't bring my brother on the team. I don't want this. But anyway, guys, we have loaded into Summoner's Rift. Again, this is the High School Star League third-place consolation match between Franklin and Forest Park.
Yeah, we are in Onto the Rift. We're here brought to you from the Rowland Heights Community Center here with our friends Twitch and Newegg. Corky forgot to buy items. That's kind of awkward.
Those jitters.
Yeah, it has to walk all the way
All right.
back.
At least he noticed before, he went to lane or anything happened.
Yeah, that's true.
That happens sometimes. So Porcupine Pillow on his Evelyn. That's a very strong champion. It's his most played in solo queue. But the thing is, Elysian into an Evelyn early game might be able to get a lot of harass. So we might see some early strats from Infinity Death and potentially even an invade. Nautilus, Victor, both champions that are right. But up against Annie, maybe you'd rather not try to invade that. Just play it safe initially, and that's something that we have seen most of these teams do.
Yeah, Annie Corky bottom lane looks to be a really strong bottom lane. Just a lot of burst potential coming out from those two. And then you combine that with the Jarvan in the middle lane. He roams down bottom lane, and all of a sudden your AD carry is gone.
Right, there's going to be this great window for Forest Park where they just have so much immediate burst that if Franklin High School ever misposition, they'll just be toast.
Yep, so just going to be seeing these standard starts here. Actually, we have Porcupine setting up on the red, but both junglers actually setting with their red buffs.
Yep, but on flip sides.
Yeah,
So-
actually. The question is Franklin going to get this early Gromp pick? Or are either of the bottom laners going to get their early jungle camps?
Well, it might be... Submit might head to lane, no? And it looks like he's actually going to help with the red. The fact that Infinity S is going for the red buff might mean he's going to invade the jungle. Because that's something you can definitely do.
They're giving a very strong leash is what it looks like here, so Infinity S can stay healthy, possibly keep his smite is what it's looking like right here. So he's going to keep smite, and that has to be an invade.
Yeah, I definitely think an invade is something that Infinity Death is thinking about for sure. I maybe would have liked to see some early wards so they know which side the Evelyn starts on, but I'm guessing they've done some research and are assuming that he's starting on red side. And yep, you're going to see both the junglers heading towards the blue buff. Infinity Death, if he starts it though...
Oh, he has started it.
He has smite, but okay, Porcupine Pillow, he's going for his wolves.
wolves.
Yeah, he's going to lose it.
So that is a blue buff stolen away, and Infinity Death just on a great comfort pick here, and the champ he's been playing more recently. Yeah, look over Infinity Death. He will be able to steal away. Porcupine will spot him out, but I don't think he can catch up here. Actually throws off the
flash.
Sonic Wave.
They're coming in.
Oh, he may get pincered in here. Vodcast on the side forces out the flash from Infinity Death, and he is still trying to run free here. Looks like he will be able to just slightly low, but steals the blue buff, gets away.
Infinity Death. That was risky. If Wonder Boy had his stun charged up, he might have been able to get in range of the flash Q and land that guaranteed stun, but Infinity Death will steal the buffs. That's the kind of situation where you're like, all planned, man. I knew it'd get out alive, but a little bit of trading.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy, he's got some potions, but Annie is a pretty squishy champion.
Infinity Death from Washington, same thing as Shorter Ace, so obviously some talented Lee Sin players coming out of that state.
Yeah.
Oh, the flash in. Sadball tries to go in, but cannot land the tongue. And the Ignite is ticking down. That's the first, but Fuges picks it up. Franklin High School get it.
Fuges with a fantastic bait there. It really looked like Sadwall could get the proc and get the consume that W ability, but unfortunately not able to. And good outplay, that Ignite definitely being critical. And Sadwall lost his flash as well. That's going to be first blood over for Franklin, but the thing is, Sadwall, he's doing pretty well in terms of farm, and we might see a gank here.
Oh, middle lane, Porcupine coming in. Yahweh's going to be in trouble, has to flash away. And the threat of that is just so strong. A middle lane Jarvan, and Evelyn coming in to gank you. Has to flash there. But it's actually Infinity Death. He also shows up, but Silver Champ is coming in. The gravity field will be dropped, and they will be able to get the stun down. Infinity Death didn't even realize he was about to jump in. And just barely gets away, yeah.
No fear from Infinity Death, and...
Oh, what a hook down onto Vodcast from Sateran. He forces out the Valkyrie. Wonder Boy coming in here, gets a stun down onto Sateran. and then we'll be backing away.
Tom Kent is rotating around this mid lane. They might go for a blue steal. Porcupine Pillow has his smite up. I think he should go for the Wolf Gam, and make sure they have track of where Infinity Death is. But crucially, Yar doesn't have Flash, and I was mistaken a little bit earlier. Yar actually went for heal this game as opposed to Ghost. I think that's a better adaptation. Oh, hook misses. But without Flash up, Victor is such a prime target. I'm assuming once Swinburne gets level 6, we might see a fight there.
Yeah, I mean, against Jarvan as well, who has so much burst, will be very useful to have a heal in there. So Tyrion, we have to watch him down in this bottom lane. The Nautilus hook's coming out from. We just saw one dredge line coming out. It's like right by the minion and on to the champion.
Yep.
Infinity that's down here, not going to be able to go for a gank though.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to want to dive. Diving into Annie is always such a dangerous proposition, especially when both enemy champions have all of their summoners. Notice Sateran, he has his Ignite, whereas Wonderboy is actually going with Exhaust. Something you won't often see on an Annie.
Huge is up 2 levels over Sadwall right here.
Yeah, Sadwall went for a bit of a roam too, so he's definitely been down in experience. He has a nice wave to farm up, but you don't want to be down in a solo lane this far in terms of XP. So we'll see how he adapts to this top lane matchup. That being said, though, besides that first blood, you know, not a huge gold lead for Franklin, and ForceSpark have that threatening early mid-game spikes when they hit this huge burst potential combo.
Jungler is heading on bottom lane, but Wonderboy are going to get caught up by a dredge line. Porcupine's going to be coming in here. Sateran is going to be caught up. Has to flash away, but members of ForceSpark are low, and Submit is doing damage. Forces out the flash and the heal. The Valkyrie coming off. Infinity Death is coming in. They know where Porcupine is. They're going to spot him out, but he flashes out. So many summoners being burned, but no kills here.
And
But top lane, Swinburne is going for the roam. It's the Jarvan from middle coming up to the top lane. Cataclysm coming out, and that is going to be Future's trapped, and that's the kill over to Sadwall. Now 1 for 1.
And that's a bit of a problem when you're doing so well in that lane as a Fizz. You want to be aggressive, you want to make plays, but you don't have Flash. Great roam from Swinburne.
Oh, he knows where Porcupine is. Cannot hit that
okay
here.
Yeah,
Not quite the Sateran here.
If he could have smited it through the minion, that would have been the ultimate play.
So.
But I'm just saying, man. He's a challenger level player. I'm sure he said that before.
Franklin High School going to be picking up the first dragon. And if anything, we saw some great dragon control coming out from them in the last game. They picked up the first 2 dragons in the first game, despite losing the first dragon in the second game. So I've always kind of been on top of picking up these dragons.
Ooh.
Wonderboy, Sateran.
Wonderboy.
Wonderboy has red in his eyes, but he's going to be running right into members of Franklin High School. Topher comes out, dredge line lands, and that is a kill for Submit. Swimmer's going to be swooping again. He's trying to get something down, but no, it's a double kill for Submit, and he is able to keep Infinity Death alive. But more members show up. Sadwall coming in, Valkyrie aggressively, Vodcap's going in. Yarva's going to get taken down low. The triple kill of Submit. He is still trying to kite away here, but he has no mana. Fuges going to be coming in, Vodcaps. That's the kill over to Fuges, and that is 1 member of Sadwall still, 1 member of Forest Park still alive. It's Sadwall, but for how long, Seamoose?
Not for very long, Crusader Kitten. It's pretty unlikely. As he goes down, we will see the replay. So this is Wonderboy. If he had Ignite, potentially he could have gotten the kill. But the thing is, he's too eager. His team isn't there quite yet. Swinburne doesn't have Cataclysm up either, so he's not able to get that much burst. Sadwall tries to save him, but that is a double kill to Submit. And Submit's been doing DPS the entire time in this fight. Keeps cutting backwards. Yar will eventually go down, but it's just so much damage. Triple kill to Submit, and we will see Fuse pick up the kill afterwards. That has been very, very good for Franklin High School. You know, there was a close fight though, but now Submit has these 3 kills. He has a slight minion advantage. He's going to be very, very threatening.
Yeah, so Submit though playing that just so well.
As well as Fizz. I mean, Fuse has 3 kills. We also missed that Sadwall did get a kill onto Infinity Death.
In the break middle lane, we do have Jarvan going in, but not quite seeing that. So not too sure what's going on, but middle lane, we did see a gank coming out. Yara does get brought down to half health. Doesn't have to blow any summoners, though.
No, I don't even think he had any summoners to blow since his Flash and Disc came up, so a little bit lucky there. Looking on a Forest Park side for now. There's 3 kills onto Sadwall, which is pretty interesting because Tom Kent is definitely not a sort of carry champion. He's not going to be doing as much damage as he's going to try and be very annoying in a tank. What's nice, though, is because Jarvan is a champion that loves to go very, very deep, sort of having the safety of the Devourer from Tom Kench is actually going to be really good to get him out of there and sort of, it's like almost as if it's the Zonias, it gives them a little bit of time for his cooldowns to come back up and to re-engage in this fight. And Porcupine Pill, he's in the bot lane. He's looking for blood.
Yeah, Porcupine, he wants to come in. He has the ultimate, but will not have the chance to use it.
That was
away.
6th Sense. That was the aggression from Forest Park is the reason why they knew Evelyn was there, because they didn't have any pink wards.
Oh, looks like though middle lane Infinity as he's sitting on a ward. Sadball knows where he is. They jump in onto him. The gravity field will be coming in. They get the kick away and the disengage. Porcupine coming in from the side. Sonic Wave will not connect, but they will not be able to catch off members of Franklin High School regardless. Forest Park is going to be pushing into this middle lane. Here's Wildcats and D Wonderboy. There should be a really strong push coming out from them. Submit is still down in that bottom lane.
The question is, how much damage can they do to this turret? It's very early in the game, 10 minutes in. A 5-man roam in the mid lane. I don't think they can actually take the turret, and as a result, they're going to lose a lot of pressure in both side lanes. They need to get this turret if they want to have made this rotation successful. And no, I don't know if I agree with that Crusader kid. They miss out a lot. Submit's been able to free farm now and push. I understand that they're trying to make plays together and make catches happen, but the thing is, it's so hard in the mid lane early.
And here comes the ultimate from Tam Kench with Porcupine actually.
Wait, I was curious if, whoa, mid lane.
Oh, we see the knockup go down to Swimbirds. He jumps in, but it's a Terran that picks up yet another kill on this Knowledge, just buffing up that KDA on that champion.
And that is how you successfully roam in the mid lane. You do it when the enemy doesn't have wards. You don't make it too obvious in Infinity Death.
Top lane. Chum the Water is not going to connect here. Sadwall, able to survive. No mana. Infinity Death was on his way.
Yeah, Sadwall, he might have guessed that something was fishy in that top lane. So yeah, played a little bit safer there.
There's, in fact, 2 fish.
I know.
Porcupine gonna get jumped on here. Infinity Death.
Whoa!
The kick doesn't quite land, but he can still get the damage down. The trade coming in. Infinity Death just barely makes it out of there.
So
picks up the kill.
Infinity Death is a pretty cool Lee Sin player. That swag, kick, flash, Q combo.
He tried to go where you kick it and you flash behind him, so they get flash like the other way around, but
either way though, he still got the
he still got the kill.
Like the combo technically was still correct. It wasn't like super stylish.
Yeah.
And the flash was necessary because he needed to flash over the minions.
It's all about practice. Practice makes perfect. You can try again in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Either way, Franklin now, they're starting to accrue quite the CS advantage. 3,000 total. The 80 carries.
1,000 gold difference between the junglers.
Yeah, 1,000 between 80 carry and jungler as well. And a goal lead for every other lane. So Franklin pretty comfortable at the moment. I'm guessing Forest Park, they're going to wait until Corki gets that Trinity Force, until Swimbirds gets the completed Hydra. Wow.
And this is a really similar story, just talking about kind of the gold differences here. The CS differences as well. Yesterday we did see Forest Park not quite on top of the CS game here. Same thing goes for this game. Quite behind in pretty much all the lanes.
The thing is, though, it's because Forest Park plays this particular style. If they start to fall behind a little bit in CS, they want to make plays happen, and they'll group in the mid lane like we've seen already.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the lane. I simply think it's a better idea to go to other lanes, and Wonderboy, he needs to be careful.
High School on the roam here, heading over to the middle lane. Cataclysm was dropped down, but Sumas has to flash out of it. Yahweh's low in the back line, but they cannot reach him. There is the depth charge coming in. Porcupine caught out, and that's a kill going over to Submit. Few just jumps in. He takes down one. Sadball trapped in here as well. The Grail, you can see. Sumas tries to go back in, but he just gets taken down to mid with the kill. And now Sadwall, he is still alive under the Sadball from the side of Wildcats. The heal coming in. Infinity that's still alive. How is he able to survive there? It is going to be the pickups 3-0 in favor of Franklin.
Franklin with much better team fight coordination and
flash in from Sadwall onto Yar, but he's just trying to go in. Here's a back from the 80 carry. Dredgeline doesn't land. This solo, but Few just picks up the kill to Sadwall. Wildcats caught up in the CC. He has to flash away. He is trying to get up, but Satan flashes in, and he picks up the kill.
I think that was the delayed Ace Crusader kid, and I was about to say before that second fight happened, Franklin Franklin know their limits.
Wonderboy, Porcupine, everyone's just respawning, coming right back into this middle lane and start to fight up once again. Porcupine dropping the ultimate with the gravity field means a disengage.
All right, hold on. I gotta give it a couple seconds. Is there gonna be any action? I think we're good. Forest Park have pretty good ideas, but the thing is they don't know the limits of their champions, then they are all on the same page. Franklin, every single one of their players knows exactly how far they can go. I think we saw like 4 of their members go to sub 3% HP, and there's like, no problem, bro, I got you. Like, safeguard, heal. It's all right, dude. I'm going to go back in and keep you alive.
Submit here, currently deathless. I mean, obviously just showing how well
one
he played.
death on every other member.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fault them for having 1 death because they picked up so many kills.
Look at the goal differences spiking up here between the lanes. Swimbird's coming into middle to top lane.
Yeah, good luck ganking that Fizz.
Yeah, Trinity Force finished up 14 minutes in, sub 14 minutes in.
Yeah, that's very, very fast. Yeah, as we do see as 5 kills.
Yeah.
And a decent CS lead. And now, because we saw such a huge run in the top lane, oh, Wonder Boy needs to be careful. Dragon is secured. Wonder Boy gets out alive. Yar didn't play.
Oh, Sateran wants to go and he finds Swimbirds with the dredge line. The rest of the team is here to follow up. He actually gets devoured by Sadball. He just gets pulled out Submit. Meanwhile, it's picking up the kill on the Swimbirds. Pokemon going down low as well. That's a double kill for Submit. Damage going out to Yar, he will fall. But hey, it is still Submit alive. And he is actually behind Sadball, chasing after him. A triple kill coming out for him. He gets devoured. So he cannot pick up the Quadra. Sateran says, hey, I'll just pick it up anyway. Picking up some more kills for himself.
That's twice now in the first 15 minutes of this game. Submit has gotten near Quadra kills, but then his team unfortunately took it away. That being said, though, no discredit to Franklin. They have played fantastic, and Vodcast, he's in a lot
Getting caught
of
up by
trouble.
Infinity. That's here the kick, and he picks up the kill. Kick mid Valkyrie into the queue.
Yeah, because if he had timed it a little bit too slowly, he might have saved Vodcavs there.
And some more kills going over to Franklin, just showing how they're so strong.
They're
going to run into Porcupine, but Porcupine does not want to see this Lee inside the jungle, but Infinity doesn't want to see 2 members.
They're going to lose this 2v2
Forest
if they
Park,
go for
but
it.
no, Submit, they want to bait for it one. Submit does hop out here. He goes for some damage. Twinbirds coming in inside. Teleport actually coming in. They're going to be caught out. Submit. He may have his first set. He has to flash away. Infinitas looking to run as well. Trying to save the 80 carry here. Submit is solo. He's trying to kite away from this one. Swimmer's just behind. Soundwall coming up here as well. There it is. That is the shutdown. And Submit is going to fall. Swimbird's with the kill.
Swimbird's finally picking up a kill on this mid lane Jarvan, and that's a good amount of gold in the
Righteous
pocket.
Glory coming out here. Sadwall. He's going to get caught out by something,
No
or maybe
cooldowns.
someone that's a better target. He's actually going to get devoured, though. Going to be throwing out that Nautilus right back out.
They should back off. I don't know if Forest Park can fight here.
Chum the Waters lands down on the Sidewall. Another dredge line going on to him. He throws down the Grey Health Shield. Engage coming out from Swimbirds. He gets a shutdown in the midst of it. But Futures is going on to the back line. D Wonder Boy gets ticked down by the Ignite. Futures gets the kill. Now Vodcast wants to go and he got the shutdown in the Futures. Infinity still out there as a cataclysm. Catches in Yawar. Yawar is trapped inside. Has the Zanya's Hourglass. But Vodcast is here. He wants to pick up the kill. He's going to get caught in the stun, though. Swimbirds as well gets caught in the stun. Infinity goes in, and he picks up a kill. That's 2 kills going over to Franklin. They turn it around.
Yeah, they turned around because they have so much of a gold advantage at this point. Even though in the early part of that fight, they definitely messed up. But the thing is, Franklin is just so far ahead. We're going to get a replay of this in just a couple of moments because that was definitely a doozy of a fight. But watch initially. Okay, so just outplayed. Yar gets the Zonias.
This gravity field is just so good here.
Such good positioning. Heal coming in. Infinity has the courage, you know, to flash in to pick up those kills. And they also have so much damage that the very squishy Swimbirds and Vodcavs went down there. That was a close to even fight, but this goal lead is not even at all.
10,000 gold in favor of
20
Franklin.
minutes.
Yeah,
and Wonder
18
Boy's
minutes in D
dead.
Wonder Boy. He actually gets devoured, so he gets the save and a free trip away.
You know what's interesting is actually Sadwall has performed pretty well so far. Forest Park would probably even be further behind if he weren't getting those nice devours to keep his team alive. But the problem is he's up against Hughes, who just seemingly picked up kills everywhere. 6, 2, and 2, 110 CS. But I mean, looking at the rest of his teammates, everyone has been very involved in these kills. Franklin have 22 kills. They've got
Middle
more than
lane depth
Tillman.
charge is actually thrown down onto Swimbirds. He has to flash away.
Good
Depth charge. I mean, dredge line dodges out of there.
Yep. Very nice little just turn around to dodge hook there from the Nautilus.
It's a dodge.
What?
He dodged it.
No. He just right-clicked. No, it's good. Good reaction.
I agree.
Thank you, Chris.
I'm glad we're on the same page, teammates.
Me too. But looking at some of the items right now. I'm looking at just the gold. Okay, no items. We're looking at the gold and then the items.
We're looking up
the
the gold.
7,000 gold for 4 members of Franklin,
Oh,
whereas not a single member of Forest Park have gotten 6. And there's a 5 mid lane.
Whoa, look at that Yama. He has a He's on his hourglass. He gets struck down. He's able to flash away. Does get taken down. Porcupine with the kill onto Yawar. And actually, Franklin High School on the back feet as Forest Park are looking to continue this engagement. Yawar is down. It's a 5v4. But it's actually Submit in the bottom lane taking that tower. Infinity Dust on the side lands a Sonic Wave. Does not want to follow that one up. But Submit split pushing down bottom.
Yeah, Forest Park, I think they got dove in a 4v5 situation. So yes, Franklin High School, you're very strong right now, but I don't know if that's a fight you want to take. Infinity, as he set that ward up, they probably should have seen this.
He wants to get from behind. He's going to come in. He gets a kick down onto 2. But where's the rest of the follow-up? They try to get Infusions. Wants to go in Infinity Dust, though, getting low. Swimbridge gets the shutdown. Sateran has to back away. He gets taken down. Sadaball with the tongue lash.
So who was making that shot call there? Submit has been bot lane this entire time, and they felt comfortable to fight just after. They didn't even have their mid laner. They figured they could win, you know, a 4v5, 3v5 fight, and they were wrong. So Forest Park is going to close the gold gap a little bit, but I doubt we'll see many mistakes like that from Franklin.
Looks like they may just be trying to delay some recalls here. Submit was still pushing in that bottom, and he did pick up 2 towers from that push. And they are ahead by 2 towers, but I mean, we just don't want to give anything to Forest Park here.
Well, the thing is, Franklin High School, Submit has like 9,000 gold, but he wasn't in that fight. If you take that 9,000 gold away, the gold lead is pretty much even. So there's really not a real way I feel Franklin High School are going to be able to outplay Forest Park at the moment 4v5, especially with the oomph, the power that Forest Park have. So I think Submit should definitely group up with the team. They're going to be able to pick up third dragon pretty easily if they do so. It's going to spawn in just a couple of seconds. Forest Park, they might try to make a pick happen, and they have an okay pick potential, you know, if they do manage to get a stun onto Yara perhaps. But the thing is, Franklin High School, their competition is so hard to kill.
Oh, here comes the Abyssal Voyage.
Alone?
Sadwall jumps in all by himself. Telpa going to be coming out from Futures as well, but everyone is so split. The Wonder Boy gets caught out. Swimmer's coming in. He's on the Submit, but he just dashes out of the Cataclysm. He's still alive. He is kiting away, and they are picking up some kills here. Sadwall, Swimmer's comes out. It's a double kill, a triple kill for Infinity Dust. That is 3 over for Franklin High School, and that is also a third dragon.
Yeah, that is definitely not how Forest Park wants to make their fights happen. They are not good at skirmishing. They are good at laying down a lot of crowd control and a lot of damage simultaneously. Taking skirmishes and fighting at certain areas, in different areas will just get them outplayed, because you have the Callisto, you have Lisa, and you have Fizz. You have so many champions that are so hard to keep track of and so hard and so easy to play with, especially if you have players of the skill level of Franklin that Forest Park, they have a good composition, but they're just not playing to its strengths.
Yep, so tower going to go down. So we saw 2 triple kills for Submit, 1 triple kill for Infinity Dust. That is 3 triple kills.
And 3 dragons.
And 3 times 3 is 9.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yep.
Anyway, Baron is available. I don't think Franklin is going to go for it, since it's still pretty early and they're not super tanky quite yet. Good stuff from Forest Park to sort of be grouped and try to deny vision. And Sadwall, he's very tanky.
I'm happy to see that Sateran has finally picked up his Righteous Glory. We were talking about it to him yesterday. He's like, I really wanted to buy Righteous Glory, but...
Oh, yesterday. You're right.
It wouldn't come in time. Like, he was too behind. He didn't have enough gold.
Speaking of items...
But it was like his first item he went for.
Yeah. The early Porcupine Aegis has been a very effective tool in negating how much damage they take. But again, that's another thing that does well if they can get the entire aura. And speaking of jungler items, Infinity Dust, he is showing us that he is a carry in his own right. 7, 2, and 15. 22 out of the 25 kills his team has been in. 88%. That's a B+ from Infinity Dust. But I guess for League of Legends, that'd probably be like an S+, because that has been absolutely fantastic. He's gotten so much action so far.
Porcupine wants to go in because Sadwall's coming in. The jumping on to Submit. They take him down. Zoomer's with the kill. That could be huge. The anti-stun going to be coming again. Look at that knockup still. The depth charge. But they cannot pick it up. It's 1 kill for Infinity, but he has to get out of here. He is solo. That's a double kill for Swimbirds. Fuges. And now is still alive. They want to go in themselves, though. Look at the damage and Chum the Waters. The Chaos Storm. There is so much here. Swimbirds going to go down low. They're going to be taking them down. Sadwall, the only one left alive. Yara gets spit out. There is a shield coming out from the Greyhound. Yara's still alive. He's cutting away. And he gets the kill. That is the ace coming in.
The 5v3 fight was Forest Park's. But then the carries came. Yar and Futures weren't in that fight at all until the very end when they were on janitor duty. We're going to get a replay of this fight. Just watch. It's a lot of Wombo. Submit instantly goes down. But this is a 3v5. Victor is in the bot lane. Biz in the top lane. And look how much damage is already onto Forest Park's team. That's actually a pretty good kick from Infinity to
Yeah.
all 5 members,
Yeah,
but he
and
will go down.
Yawar and Fuges roaming from opposite sides. They just pinch them in here.
That's kind of sad to see almost.
That's just
the 2v4.
Such huge damage.
Right, and then Sadwell almost picks up the kill, but Yar manages
It's that
to
last
survive.
second shield there.
Yeah. Goodbye. Ace.
It's funny how the Forest Park member was talking about taking out the trash when we just saw these two just janitor duty, as you said.
Yeah. Well, he talked about trash. Didn't he say he was dealing with a lot of trash or something?
He said he was practicing taking it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe like projecting something. I don't know. Anyway, just looking at this game right now. Last Whisper has been completed for Swimbirds. So that's going to definitely negate the Zonia's the Frozen Heart already. We were talking about yesterday, Sateran was starved for gold. This game, he is not
all
starved
the
at all.
items. He is.
Oh.
Whoa! Yama gonna get cut off by the stun, but he has his on his hourglass, and then knockback's coming in. Do you wonder boys? Sateran gets the kill. Swimmer's coming in on the side. Yama's still alive. Sadball though, he's gonna deliver Yama a death here as Swimmer swoops out from the mouth of that Tam Kench. However, Submit's coming in. Fuges as well, and they are just going to be cleaning up this fight here. Infinitas fighting Vodcavs. Fate's Call coming in, takes in Sadwell.
And that's another ace.
Yep, once again, 26 minutes in, 20 kills in the lead for Franklin.
Franklin's only real issue, the only annoying thing is that Yar, once he doesn't have flash, doesn't really have any way to stay alive. No really escape for himself. However, that Zonia's Hourglass is completely baited Forest Park, and that's going to be Inhibitor down at 26 minutes. This is now a 15,000 gold lead, and maybe bottom Inhibitor as well. This is definitely looking like GG for Franklin.
They're trying to keep this alive, though. Bottom Inhibitor is being taken
3v1
by Fuges. There's a 3v1 here. He is just dancing around, though. He does pick up a kill, but he does also get shut down.
That Bladed the Ruin King, Merchant, Trinity Force Biz. Good pickup that he had the tenacity to make sure he picked up the kill onto Annie. But Franklin, for how far ahead they've been letting their carries split push. And if your carries can 1v4, you know, why not?
Solo queue.
Yeah,
I mean, that's tight. It was solo queue. We're seeing solo queue today.
They're having fun on their comfort champions, just carrying.
Yeah, there's a lot of comfort champions. I mean, Submit most played in solo queue. That's why, like, we're seeing, you know, just how he's played it so much, how good he is on this champion. Really well played coming out from these guys.
Yeah, Submit and Infinity that's on their most played champions. And speaking of comfort, Swimbirds, for example, we haven't seen much of his Darwin, and I don't think he's done too well in it. That being said, though, Forest Park, just as a whole, hasn't really had that team coordination that we've seen from them time and time again in the high school Star League. Now, Infinity he's caught out, but it's actually not an issue. Sadwell's the one in trouble.
Here. Here's the gravity field being dropped down, and he is not getting out of there. Gets kicked back into the gravity field. Porcupine will be coming in, though. And actually, the rest of Forest Park Swimbirds burst down Infinity Dust. Now, Yawar on the run. Or is he, though? Fuges is here, and they know how deadly this duo is. Slow will be dropped down. Fuges trying to engage. Yawar is here as well. They're trying to chase down members of Forest Park. But it looks like they will be able to make it back to the safety of their base.
And the fourth Dragon has just respawned 28 minutes in. Submit looks like he's going to be able to go for that. Callista at this point, Blade of the Ruin King, Hurricane, and Bloodthirster should be pretty easy pickup. So, Infinity Dust, he did die, but no objectives, and the gold lead really didn't shrink at all. So nothing really gained for Forest Park, other than a bit of a morale boost.
Fourth Dragon gonna be coming in here, Franklin.
I think that's the fastest Dragon control we've seen.
This is.
I actually think that's the fourth Dragon buff we've seen.
Dragon
Yeah. So Franklin, they've definitely. We were worried if they were maybe on tilt, but they're not, and they're all playing well.
What a goal difference! Look at the goal difference between Swimbirds and the rest of his team. He has 11,000 there, and the next one is at 9,000, which is his jungler actually.
Oh yeah, so I guess he's been doing as well as he can.
Oh, Wonder Boy, he's completely caught and destroyed right there. Absolutely deleted.
Yeah, 37 kills in 29 minutes. That's pretty crazy from Franklin. They're going to go for this Baron. It's going to be a 4v5 at best, and since Infinity Death is pretty tanky, it's not going to take too much damage. Going for this, the ultimate from Tom Kench.
Where are you going? In the middle of the
alone?
Baron pit. Is he alone? Is a question. No, he is not. He has Porcupine with him. He steals away the Baron. Are you kidding me? But can they get the damage off? No, it's 4 members of them down. Sadwall is only the one left alive. He is going to go down. And that's Franklin High School getting another ace.
This could even be the game. The only person alive is Wonder Boy, and Submit is still with a lot of hit points. You're going to see the teleport into the mid lane. There are super
They want to
minions.
end.
They're going to lose the Baron, but try and win the game here. Franklin High School looking to push to game number 2.
He had to go for 20 seconds here. Wonder Boy is still up, but he will just get bursted down. You want yet again, Franklin High School going to be taking down these Nexus towers. They are now on the Nexus. That is going to be the game. They pick up game number 1 of this best of 3.
It's the good old bait the Baron, lose the Baron, win the game trick. A very classic in the LCS as well as HSL. So Franklin High School, they are going to win game number 1. And it's a best of 3 series. And they won this game so convincingly that's going to be very, very hard for ForceSpark to come back.
Yeah, just such a well-played game coming out. Franklin getting the comfort picks. We're seeing the solo queue Infinity Nest was telling me about.
Comfort for sure.
Just kind of having solo laners doing whatever they wanted, split pushing, going into fights late. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going right back into this match. Before we go, we do want to give a shout out to our sponsors to start things off. It's Twitch and Newegg for helping us put this event together. Venue is LA.
I don't think
County
they built
Parks
the
and
venue.
Rec. Yeah. Got it. Well, of course, talking about the venue, LA County Parks and Rec for allowing us to host this event here. It's at Rowland Heights Community Center. If you want to come and see these matches live, it's the final day of the event. If you're around the area, go to our website 2015.hsstarly.com to find more information, or our Leaguepedia page where you'll have our brackets, standings, prize pool.
Crusader Kitten, what other games do we have going on today?
Of course, we will be having StarCraft 2 and Hearthstone coming up. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And, of course, the grand finals later today.
Yep. So let's go over to that quick break we were talking about. We'll be right back with game number 2 of Franklin High School versus Forest Park.